Hi there and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK for another unboxing video, and this one has been over a year in the making because if I'm not mistaken what I have here is the Hasbro Haslab G.I. Joe classified H.I.S.S tank Cobra, you could say even, dear. What a fantastic impression that was. So as I said, this has been over a year. We've been waiting for this bad boy to come in. I wasn't in there, of course. I got this dreaded "Sorry we missed you" from Yodel. But luckily my neighbour was in, so thanks to her taking this in, I've literally rushed home from work. Here it is. So we're going to get it unboxed, we're going to have a look, we're going to build it, look at the figures, and then we're going to main event the video by getting it in the toy room. So I've got my trusty implement, so let's start with our famous hashtag on the channel. If you've seen some of my previous unboxings, you know all about this one. So in we go, and we will of course... Are you ready? The anticipation is building. Cheeky Monkey is behind the camera. How you doing, dear?
I'm good.
What are we going to do? We are going to hashtag
flip
open
the
flap. Look at that. That's smoothly done. A joint flip open the flap. Let's get the other flap done. And have we got a box within a box? We're going to find out. Here we go. Of course, we've got a box within a box. Now, this box is 23 inches wide. It's also 14 inches deep and 13 inches high for those that need to know the dimensions. So we're going to cut away for a second and I'll turn this upside down. Right, so here we are, we're on top. As you can see, they have actually well protected this one, which is good because you've got the plastic corners in there. So we'll get those out. We'll go in again, go through with a knife, and our second hashtag
flip open
the flap. There we are, a double in this video, and a moment of truth. Yeah, right, we're good. It's definitely, it says Cobra in rather large letters, so it is the H.I.S.S tank. But will it smoothly come out, or will we need to cut away? Let's find out as we try and see what happens here. Oh, we got that smooth, and we get a box. We get a box. If I do that again, will we get another box? Come on, box. No.
Yeah, it's coming.
No, you think it's coming?
Yeah.
It's coming. Oh, I've given birth.
There you go.
My goodness, we've given birth live.
Congratulations.
What have I had? Let's get it out of my bag. Let's rip my bag open, full Hulk style here. I hope you're getting this on camera, dear.
Yep.
Fantastic. So, what have we got here? Where is the front of this thing? My goodness, there it is. So there is your lovely artwork on the front of the box. Looking really good. I'll flip open to the side there if Cheeky Monkey wants to come in, so you see some of the figures we're going to get inside. As you can see, completely out of breath. Now this box is very very heavy. I'm literally dying over here, absolutely dying of death. So previous unboxings like Galactus, I rode the box. I'm not going to get fully on top of the box, but here's the back of the box. There's the back of the box. Underneath, oh, we've got a schematic underneath, a little blueprint, you could even say.
That's cool.
It's kind of fancy, isn't it? So down the top.
There we go.
We got that in?
Yeah.
Alright, fantastic. I think that's all we do with the box. So I will now attempt to get this thing unboxed and see what's inside. Right then, so we've got two boxes inside the box. I've opened the first one and it looks like we have the figures here. So I'm trying to try and be careful because I do want to keep at least one of these mint on card. So what do we have? We have a sticker sheet, so we've got all the decals and everything you can apply to said H.I.S.S tank, none of which I'll probably put on mine, to be honest with you. We've got a piece of cardboard at the back, keeping it protected in there, and there we have our figures then. So we have the H.I.S.S Tactician, of course signed by Ron Rudat. I'm assuming that actually isn't signed, and it is like a facsimile signature, but it does look like he at least did sign it with a real pen, the way it tails off there, so I can't actually tell if that's a facsimile or not. So that is the plastic-free packaging for the Tactician. Then we've got the Cobra H.I.S.S driver, again in the plastic-free style cardboard box there, some nice H.I.S.S logos and the sort of layout on the back. Then of course, I forgot we've got so many figures with this. And then we've got the H.I.S.S Gunner. So 3 figures we're going to have to do an unboxing of in this video here. And finally, the main figure. Oh, it's unpunched as well. How minty mint is it? So this, of course, is the infamous Cobra Commander in his classic look. but this is the Mickey Mouse variant. Cheeky Monkey's looking at me like, Mickey Mouse?
I was actually thinking that.
So, Mickey Mouse ears, you see, on the symbol. So one of the original figure was a bit of a cock-up, they ended up like a Mickey Mouse symbol, so they ended up changing it. So they've done it as a sort of tribute to the original cocked-up version. So you do get it on the retro card. It is a much thicker card stock than some of the previous retro cards. Unpunched, got a little dent there, a little crease in the corner. But apart from that, he's looking pretty nice. Now, I really want to open this figure with all the great accessories you get, but I'm not going to. I'm going to hold strong because I think they will re-release this figure with a standard logo on, and this one might potentially be worth a bit in the future. So that's going to come over with me at the moment. It's going to join the Hot Toys for a second, and it can go in the cabinet there. So it can go in the cabinet with old Tom Holland and friends down there. So we'll shut up the cabinet, and that can stay nice and mint on card in there for a bit. Right, that ends this segment. I'll get to the next bit, which will be the actual H.I.S. tank. Right, so you've caught me in the act of opening the H.I.S. box up. So there's a bit of pre-preppage there. So what do we have here? We have a nice bit of corrugated sort of eggshell style plastic. So all does seem nice and secure in there. So we got some side pieces. I think these were some of the add-on pieces we got in the tiers, if I do remember correctly. We got the canopies. So we got the modern canopy and we got the classic canopy. I think I'm more of a fan of the classic, but I think most people will use a modern. We've got some sort of gun. And we lift that off. What do we have here? We have the H.I.S. tank and all the other bits of accessories there. So I'll get out the bubble wrap, or the cellophane I should say. We'll see you on the next bit. Right, so I've got this far in the view, and I've got a bit of an annoying QC issue, to be honest with you. So that side, the tank treads were on nicely wedged in with a piece of cardboard, but they clearly forgot to put a piece of cardboard on the other side. So I don't know if this will be a common feature. And these treads are absolutely all over the place. They won't attach to this. They're all just completely warped. So I might have to try and get the hairdryer in, a bit of the hot water treatment, to try and fix these treads. So this could delay me a bit. So that's quite irritating. Right, to save the hairdryer, it might have been awkward. What I've done is actually, because these treads move, I've rolled it, so the bent bit is now on the bottom. So hopefully over time, the weight of the H.I.S. tank will actually keep it straight. But wedges, people, we need wedges. Right then, I've unboxed, sort of unwrapped all the accessories, so we'll just go through them and I will try and build it. So we've got the missiles there at the top. Apologies for the lighting, but we are sort of in the living room because this thing is so big. So we've got two sets of missiles, two canopies, of course, modern and classic. And you've got the more modern side pieces with the red detailing. And you've got the classic side pieces with the much less detailing, just the blue logo on. You've got a pair of big guns there. You've got a pair of small guns. You've got a couple of little bombs by the looks of it. You've got some form of Cobra flap. I'm not quite sure what we're supposed to do. And this is your instruction sheet then. So we've got 1, 2, all the way down to the bottom there with all the other numbers. So I will try and now attempt to build this off camera. I'll let you know if I run into any issues, but hopefully it's nice and smooth. Right, so you will actually need 3 AA batteries that go on the bottom. And thanks to Cheeky Monkey Kiara and an early Christmas gift, I've got a pen that converts into a screwdriver. So I've managed to get those in. So we'll be able to check out if the light-up feature actually works in the video. Right, step 1, I'm already confused. So it looks like step 1, you insert some twisty thing. But from the best of my recollection, it's that red thing that's already in there. So I don't think you actually need to do that step, or I'm just sick. Right, step 2, when you're putting these little side guns on, you will note that the little pegs on each side are actually different. So it took me a while to work that out, so that's a helpful tip for you. Right, step 3, I think it's telling me the back flap open. So a bit of back flap openage potentially coming up here. There we go.
Oh, there's a light in there, look.
Oh, there is. Get in there, dear. There's a light in your back flap. There's the last thing with a light in your back flap, dear. There's a cheeky monkey.
Got a little seat in there.
Yeah, well, by the looks of it, yeah, if you go to the instructions seat, it looks like you can put the accessories in there, and you've got a little seat for your for one of your characters. I'm assuming the accessories actually come with the figures, so we'll get to that in a bit. But there is your functioning back flap.
Back flap.
Right then, so now we've got to put the side flaps on. Lots of flaps in this, so we can go modern or we can go classic. Well, let Cheeky Monkey decide. We're going modern or classic, dear?
Which one's which?
Red is modern, classic is sort of plain.
Oh, I go for modern with the red.
Right, Cheeky Monkey's decided we are going modern. So you've got 3 peg holes, and they should just clip in. There you go, and just like that.
Oh,
okay.
that was quite simple.
There you go, nice and easy.
There you go, let's have a look.
There you go, that's my modern flap.
A modern flap.
Well, the epic task has been completed. Took about 20 minutes or so, and the Cobra H.I.S. tank is built. And I must say, this is one chunky beast. Now, I did get to see this at MCM Comic Con in London, and it looked massive in the case. But getting it in hand, it's just as bloody big. So we'll have to obviously at the end of this video try and fit this in the toy room. But we went with the modern design that Cheeky Monkey chose in the end. So classics out the window for now. So you've got the big gun turrets on the top. You've got little articulated side ones. You've got the additional missiles you can have on the side. And they're all on little dog bone pins, so they come off. Fully working tank treads at the bottom. As I say, I'm just trying to keep mine flat for now, so it tries to flatten out that rubber. But they do fully move under there. I just won't do it this second. And you've got flappage galore. I think that is the takeaway. So in the comments below, leave some comment about the flaps. There's nothing too dirty though. So there's the back end, as you can see there. And if you open that up, as we've already shown earlier, it should light up in the back there once you've got your batteries in. So that looks good. You've got a nice little walkway there, and you've got another flap, of course. So you can have somebody standing on the back. Room for somebody there. We've got ladders on the side. I'm not sure if they're actually articulated. Oh, they actually are. So you can move the ladders if I can get them down. He says so smoothly. We're keeping it in. We're keeping it in as traditional on the channel. You can move you can flip about the ladders there, so they do move around. And the canopy is pretty cool on the modern canopy because you can actually open it at the front as per tradition, or if I can get my little hands in there, you can do the side flaps. So, as we said, even more flappage. So, it's a very nice piece. So, but we'll do a little close-up of it in a second, then we'll get to the figures. But let's try and get these light sequences. So, oh, there goes one of the missiles on the side. We'll fix that after. So there is a button, if I can find it down the front here. Or is it there? Have we got lights, Cheeky Monkey?
Yeah, we have lights.
So we actually have a fully lit up cockpit as well in this mode. I think it says on here there's about 9 different modes. So if I press it again, there we go. So if Cheeky Monkey can get in there, you should see what's quite an impressive little Cobra symbol on the floor.
Yeah.
So it does have the Cobra symbol light up. If you want to do a full lean in, Cheeky Monkey, you can get the cockpit here. If you come in, so she's coming over here, and you can see if I go right down there, you've got a fully lit cockpit in there. You can see all the dash and everything.
Yeah.
Look at that camera work. So get your monkeys in the chat for Cheeky Monkey and the camera work, of course. And now we've got, oh, it's lit up in the rear now. So I'm going to have to turn it around here. We've got a fully lit rear that you can see. I'm going to press it again. I think we've got headlights maybe now. Something new happened at the front.
Yeah, white lights.
White lights. Press it again. There goes the Cobra symbol.
White lights, yeah.
Just white lights. Press it again. Is that full beam?
No,
I think that's gone.
Oh yeah,
Full beam at the front. There
yeah.
you are. And that's off. So I think that's a
There's lights on at the front.
There's still lights on at the front. All right, okay. Press it again. There's a Cobra symbol again. Press it again. And
there you go, full off.
We are fully unlit. So thank you, Cheeky Monkey. So that is what it does. So it's an absolute beast of a thing. We'll get a little closer look now. God knows how long this video is going to be, and then we'll get to the figures. Right, so I'm in charge of filming now as Cheeky Monkey takes a break, and we'll do the glamour shots as we get a full close-up there. So I haven't applied any of the decals, and I won't be. But the 788 is automatically on the side. That is not a decal. So as you can see here, much more of the close-up detail. If the camera will focus, but of course because it's black, it decides to sort of merge in sometimes when it's got too much there without enough light. You can see the modern sort of styles on the side. All the detachable missiles. I can get right over the cockpit there. You've got the steering wheel in the back potentially there. All the different details on the dash, but it will probably reflect. And look at the back. So pretty impressive looking thing. So figure time. Right then, we'll start off the figure segment with the H.I.S.S gunner. And I do believe female gunner from the look of the older breasticles on the chest there. So these are in the plastic free, so she comes in a coffin. Nice and easy to get to because there's no sellotape, but if I come down here, you will see the bane of my life, these little plastic tags that you have to cut the figure out of. So they're going to go everywhere, and Cheeky Monkey will not be happy with me. So she looks pretty cool. Very nice, vibrant red on the figure. And then we'll have a look at her accessories. So down here we have sort of gun with knife. Now, of course, my descriptions are fantastic and my modern military knowledge is outstanding. So gun with knife. And we also have spade. So spade comes with spade. Selection of interchangeable hands, which is quite unusual to see with G.I. Joe. So we've got some little pegged hands there. Small handgun-like item. Then we have sort of, let's go for a sort of Tommy gun style thing with a sort of barrel underneath. Of course, do let me know in the comments what these might actually be called, but I'm sure my descriptions are amply fantastic. And there's even a hole on the end to fit a blast effect, which it doesn't come with. And now we have pickaxe. So we have pickaxe. So let's take a closer look at her here. So she is looking nice, very nice, clean sort of paint out so far as I can see on her, with a nice silver on the chest, silver on the helmet. If I give her a little flip around, we can get the rear view. Not as much paint on the back, but she looks perfectly acceptable, I think, there. We'll have a quick look at articulation. Right, Cheeky Monkey's back behind the camera, so let's do some articulation. So the head, do a full 360, no problem. The neck, get a little bit of down, not a lot. A little bit of up, not a lot. So not much in the head. Any Michael Myers side to side? Nope. So not much in the head, to be honest with you. Arms will come out to a T, will they? No, I'm doing this literally out of the box, so these might need heating up. They do on the notoriously stiff, but I can get that one up nice and high. We do get female butterfly joint there, so you get a nice bit of movement there. We've got a double. Will it work? It will work. She can do a full Hulk Hogan. There you go. Look at that. Very nice. What have we got on the abdomen? It should rock, but mine, as usual, is stiff as anything, so I don't want to break it. But you do have a bit of a... It's not really an ab crunch. There's a rocker there. Of course, articulation on this channel, very, very professional. Legs will spread just like that. There's the crotch for the perverts out there. What we got on the leg? That's going to break. That is literally not moving. That's going to break. Let's try the other one. And that one goes. So you've got double joints, but that works perfectly fine with a good bit of stiffness. But that is frozen solid, so that's going to need heat. So don't break your £300 H.I.S.S tank figures. You might need to heat them up. Have we got drop down hips? Yes, we do. Drop down hips, ankle rocker, and a bit of up and down. So your standard sort of movement. Not too bad actually for a female figure. I should say standard. Maybe a little bit more. Right then, next cab off the rank is the Cobra H.I.S.S driver. So this guy should be driving your tank. Again, clad in a very nice red, blue motif and a bit of silver. Comes in his cardboard coffin. And of course, he has a little weapons cache as well. In terms of accessories, not many. We've got a pair of fists. And we got a standard little sort of handgun thing, and again, gun with knife, as I've very aptly described. So we get a nice little look at him there, if you want a nice little close-up. So again, looks very nice, and a sort of standard colour scheme. Cheeky Monkey, can you turn him round so I can see his backside, dear? Cheeky Monkey's going to do the live turn round now. There we go. Look at those hands, aren't they glamorous? Let her know about her hands in the comments. What's that on his gauntlet there? We've got some sort of gold there. Some little gold thing. Can we get right in there? Can we get right in there, camera? Come on, camera. Camera's not playing ball. Cheeky Monkey, describe what the gold thing is there that we're seeing.
It's like a Power Ranger bracelet.
A Power Ranger bracelet, ladies and gentlemen. We will go with that. So that is the Cobra H.I.S.S driver with Power Ranger bracelet. Again, we'll have a quick look at articulation. Right, going to have a little look at articulation then. So head again, we can do the full 360, no problem. Again, you're lacking in Michael Myers on the side. Bit more down. Again, not a lot up. So we've got the sort of barbell neck, so they're not getting as much range of motion. Again, that one comes up to a T, that one doesn't. As I say, it's raw articulation, so we might need some heating up. That thing there is like the Predator, I would say. It's more of a Predator sort of a thing we can actually get as communications device. He's got the double joint, so that will work on that side. Got a big old ab crunch here. It's a bit loose, actually. But he can come all the way back, so he can literally break his back here. So he's got a full ab crunch. And he does have there is a ball in there, I think, for a twist. But again, mine's been a bit stiff. Legs come out very far, further than Spider-Man, pretty much, to be honest with you there. Drop down hips, so you can give him a fuller A full little dance there, dear. She's having a lovely little smile behind the camera at me. And then we got double jointed legs, but that one, of course, doesn't want to move. And your ankles standard. So he should be hopefully in some driving poses. Cut the camera. Right then, so the final figure we're going to be unboxing is the Cobra H.I.S. Tactician, of course designed by the legendary Ron Rudat from the original G.I. Joe line. And you've got some of his artwork there, so that's a really nice sort of a bit of it in the cardboard coffin. So pretty much he's just a repaint, I think, of the figure we previously looked at of the driver, but in some very different colours. So these colours, I believe, were the fan vote last year, so we did get to vote on what we'd like to see this figure. This was not the colour scheme I chose because I wanted something a bit different to the red and black of the H.I.S. tank, but this is what we've got. And actually, yeah, it does look pretty good, doesn't it? So you've got the very shiny black, the red Cobra logo, and again, red and black, so the colour scheme all around. So he does look nice. Cheeky Monkey is once again going to turn him round the other way, so we can get the infamous rear view here. And not much you see on the back, a bit of silver, bit of black, so there isn't much going on the back. So that is the H.I.S. Tactician. And shall we do articulation? I'll tell you what, because it's exactly the same as the driver, we'll save you all time. We won't bother. So let's get to the main event, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the H.I.S. tank placed in the toy room. Yo Joe, we are upstairs, we are in the toy room. If you do want a full video of the G.I. Joe collection, I did one a few weeks ago on the channel. Shameless plug, go and check it out. So that's the top shelf, but I think that's where the Dragonfly can go. So on this double deep shelf down here is the space I reserved for Senior H.I.S. tank, potentially at the back there. So we're going to have to move some figures and see if we can get this bad boy in. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, the moment of truth. Slow pan down. There it is. There is the light, the Cobra symbol lit up. It fits like an absolute dream. The space is the correct size and it's in. So if I just go right in there, as you can see, there he is in all his glory around the sides. Doesn't block the figures on the back, and still plenty of space in here as I pan round. My goodness, I could have army built this. I could have fit two in, dear. Why didn't we get two, dear?
Too much money. Too
much money, there you are. So I must say, though, I think the actual value on this, the 300 we paid for this, including 4 figures, I think it's been pretty much money well spent. This does look fantastic in the toy display. All the lights are on. I mean, yeah, I'm quite impressed with it, really. So that is what it looks like in the toy display. Well, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for sticking with us. We've gone through the H.I.S. tank and all the figures, and even got it behind me in the toy collection. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's been good fun to film, of course, with Cheeky Monkey behind the camera. We will see you on our Saturday live stream, so do tune into This Week in Toys, and we'll go into more details on this. So thank you for watching. Please do, if you're new here, subscribe, and of course give me a comment, and maybe just tickle that like button a little if you're a fan of the Cobra H.I.S. tank. So I've been Jay. Behind the camera we've had Cheeky Monkey Kiara. This has been Jay's Toy Collection UK, and thank you very much for watching.